The woman accidentally sat down on a red-hot branding iron. As a result, the blacksmith's name was permanently branded onto her buttocks. The blacksmith standing beside her stared in shock and rushed her straight to the hospital. When the doctor saw the woman's wound, he was left speechless with shock. He assumed it was some bizarre new game between lovers, so he advised the woman that no matter how deeply two people loved each other, they should always prioritize safety. The woman was overwhelmed with embarrassment, not knowing how to explain herself for a moment. The nurse stepped out of the ward and spotted the blacksmith. She first shot him a scornful glare, then shouted at him, calling him a pervert. The blacksmith felt utterly helpless, knowing no one would believe him no matter how hard he tried to explain. Just then, he caught sight of a couple embracing nearby, and a way to apologize to the woman suddenly crossed his mind. After the woman's wound was bandaged, the blacksmith pulled out an ornamental iron flower he had forged with his own hands. The woman was somewhat surprised, never expecting this plain, honest man to be capable of such romance. As she reached out to take the iron flower, it turned out to be far heavier than she anticipated. She instinctively let go of it and ended up injuring herself a second time. Hearing the woman's scream of pain, the doctor and nurse hurried out immediately. At the sight of what had happened, they thought the woman had been abused once more and began discussing calling the police. The woman quickly stopped them after overhearing this, insisting that the whole incident was entirely her own fault. The blacksmith's name was John, and he had fallen in love with Nina, a tour guide. He was utterly captivated by the focused look on her face while she worked. Every time Nina walked past the door of his smithy, he would stop whatever he was doing just to watch her. But plagued by his introverted nature, he never mustered the courage to confess his feelings. Desperate to get to gaze at Nina for longer, he came up with a plan. He forged a fake antique artifact, then asked his friend, an archaeologist, to spread the news that ancient relics had been unearthed in their small town. Before long, this fake artifact became one of the most popular sightseeing spots in town. As a tour guide, Nina naturally brought groups of tourists to visit it. This meant she would linger far longer outside John's smithy, exactly the outcome the blacksmith had hoped for.